to our EVS class. In last session, we have completed third lesson of EVS second, that is features of the earth. Alright? In that lesson, we have learned many features of the earth, different landforms and water bodies. Alright? In today's class, we are going to start new lesson, that is rivers. Alright students, here in this lesson we are going to learn more about river. In the last session we have seen different water bodies. In that we have also seen rivers as a water body. So can you tell me students, what is a river? Yes, in last session as we have learned, river is a flowing water body. Okay? What is a river? River is a flowing water body. So here in today's class, let us start more about the river. Alright? So here a river is nothing but a large natural stream of flowing water. What is a river? A river is nothing but a large natural stream of flowing water. A river is nothing but a natural stream of flowing water. How the water of a river is? Yes, this water is always flowing. Alright? And here in this diagram, you can see I have made a river. Okay? Here I have written high areas, middle areas and low areas. This is nothing but the journey of a river. What is it? It is a journey of a river. As we know that river is a natural stream which flows all the time. It has flowing water in it. So it is having a journey. It always flows. So, the journey of a river begins at a point, and that point or that place is called as source. What is it? It is source of a river. What is the source of river? Where the journey of a river is begin, it is called as the source of a river. Okay? Good. The next is, this journey of river is always starts in the high areas. Where is the journey of river starts? Where is the journey of river begins? It begins always at the high areas. High areas which we have learned in the last session, that are mountains. Which are the high areas? That are mountains and hills. Okay, so always when river starts its journey at the hill or the mountains. So these are the sources of river. Hills and mountains are the sources of the river. Okay students, where does it start its journey? It starts its journey at the mountains and the hills, and this is called as high area or the sources. Okay, here you can see the slope. How is the slope? The slope is the very high, and here the water flows very fast. How is the flow of water at the slopes? At the slopes you can see the flow of water. Flow of water is fast. We understood up to this? These high areas that are sources of the water or sources of the river, and as they are having very high slope, so the river flows very fast at these areas. Okay? At the high areas, the river flows very fast. Then it comes to the middle areas. Okay? It comes to the middle areas. At the middle area, this slope is not very much large. Okay, slope is less. How is the slope? Slope is less. So the flow is also slow. The flow of water or flow of river water is get slow. Okay, here we can see that sedimentation at the middle areas. We can see here sedimentation. Can you tell me what is meant by sedimentation? These sedimentation or sediments are nothing but the rocky and muddy material. Okay, what is sediment? Sediments. What is sediments? Sediments is the muddy and rocky material. These muddy and rocky material which comes with this flow of water from these hills. As we know that on the hills and mountains there are different rocks, stones, and they form soil. And with the flow of water, this soil will get collected here. And this is called as sediments. Okay, what is meant by sediment? Sediment is nothing but the muddy and rocky material which this river water brought from the hills and mountains. Okay, good. Then next is low areas. Where is this next journey of river? It comes to the low areas. Here we can see at the low areas the mouth of the river. What we can see? Mouth of the river. And this mouth of the river get joined to the large water bodies such as sea and oceans. Okay, where is the mouth of the river? It is at the sea and oceans, as these are larger water bodies, and this river join to the larger water bodies. Okay, here due to the deposition of the soil, we can have delta. We have delta at the mouth of the river. In the last session, we have also learned the delta as a landform. This delta forms due to the deposition of the soil at the mouth of the river. Understood? We find deltas at the low areas at the mouth of the river, where this river joins to the seas and ocean. These deltas form due to the deposition of the soil. Alright? Good. What we have learned here? We have learned the journey of a river. The journey of a river starts at the high area. They have very high flow over here. Then at the middle area, it has a less slope. So due to that less slope, it has the slow flow of water. Okay, and here we can see the sediment or sedimentation. What is meant by sediment? Sediment is nothing but the muddy and rocky material which this river water brought with it from the hills and mountains. Okay, then it moves towards the low areas. Okay, good. Here you can also see the sea bank or river bank. Here you can see river bank. Okay, so here we also have different parts of rivers. As first part is source, where the river starts its journey. The first part is source. Then here we have these sediments as part of a river. Then we also have this mouth and delta as the part of river. small streams and small rivers. Okay, so these rivers, these small rivers, shall I use another color chalk? Okay, see this yellow color showing small rivers and small streams which are joining to this main river. Okay, small streams and small rivers. Small streams and small rivers, they are joining to the main river. Where are they joining? To the main river, and this is nothing but the tributaries. Understand? So these small rivers and streams are called as tributaries of main rivers. Okay? These small streams and rivers, they join to the main river. So that we call as them tributaries of the main river. Now, next part is distributaries. Have you heard this word before? What do you mean by distributaries? Okay, see here. Here you can see the river at the middle, it get break. Okay, the river get break at the middle. It forms different small river. Okay, it forms different small river. This main river at the middle, it get break. See here, you can see here the river is broken. Okay, here also you can see at the middle this river is, the main river is broken. Okay, we will show it in the green chalk. This river of the main river, what happens? The main river gets broken and it forms new river, new small river. That rivers are called distributaries. Okay? What I said? The main river. Main river. What happens in the main river? It gets broken into the middle and it forms different small rivers that are called as distributaries. Okay? Do you understood? Good. Here we have learned the journey of a river as it starts at the high areas, then it comes to the middle areas and then low areas. And then we have learned its parts. That parts of a river as source of a river, then sediments, then mouth of the river, delta and tributaries and distributaries. Okay students? Good. Now we will see the next part, that is uses of rivers. As we know that the early humans, okay, they were settling down near the rivers as they need river water for drinking, for their animals and also for growing crops. Means from that time we are using river water for different purpose. Okay. So this settlement near the rivers, they led to the civilization. Okay. So here we can see different civilization at the river bank or near the river. In ancient times also there are many olden civilization we can see at the river bank or near the river. Indus Valley civilization is the example of the olden civilization at the bank of Indus River. Alright. So here we have different uses of river. The first one is agriculture. We use rivers for different purpose. In that first one is agriculture. As we know that river water is the main source of agriculture water. Okay, so here these I want to tell you one thing more, that the river, this river water, when it flows down, it brought different things with this flow of water. In this we can also get stilt. Okay, what do we get? It is silt. Do you know that? What is silt? Yes, the silt is nothing but the soil which the river water brought with it. Okay, the silt is very fertile. How is it? It is very fertile and very much useful for the growth of the plant. Okay, so this silt provides different nutrients to the agriculture or to the crops. Alright, as this silt is very much nutrients, it has different nutrients value, so they are helpful for the growth of plants. So it is helpful in agriculture. And we also know that process of irrigation. What is irrigation? Irrigation is the process where we provide river water to the fields. Okay? What we do in the irrigation process? We provide river water to the fields. This process is called as irrigation. We use this water for growing crops for the purpose of agriculture. Okay? Good. As the human beings also need water, in the same way plants also need water to grow. There are different animals and different plants. They need river water for their lives. Okay? And the next point is fishing. As you know that fishing is the most popular occupation in India. Okay? It is also important occupation in India, as we use fish for food. We use fish for food. So these fish also, they provide us different nutrients and they feed different animals also. And so we need this fish. This river water help us for fishing. Alright. Then next one is transportation. In India, the transportation is very much important. Okay? And the water transport is having very low cost. What I said, the water transport need very low cost. Okay? So we use the rivers for the water transport, as it has very low cost. We do not need more money to spend for transport when we use water transport. Okay? The next point is generating electricity. This is also very much important, that we can generate electricity by using the flow of river water. As we can see here, the river water, they have very high flow. Okay, the river water flows very fast at the height. Okay, so this helps us to generate electricity. What? The fast flow or high flow? High flow of water or river water help us to generate electricity. Okay, this fast flow or high flow help us to generate electricity. We have different dams also to generate electricity with the help river water. Alright. The next point is recreation. We can also use river water for different recreation. That is swimming. Then, as we know that different recreational activities such as swimming, bird watching, gardening and many more. Okay. Swimming, then bird watching. Different birds come from different regions at the river bank. Okay, so we can watch them as a hobby. Different people, they have hobby of swimming. So this river helps them for swimming. And at the height, the river rafting is famous. Okay, at the height, river rafting is famous in the high areas, and the middle areas and at the low areas we can have parasails also. What is the famous? At the high areas river rafting is famous, and at the middle areas and low areas parasails are famous recreational activity. Alright, good. So here this river is very much helpful for us, but nowadays we are facing a major problem, that is river pollution. Have you heard about river pollution? Yes, there are different ways in which river pollution is taking place. Okay, we can see different things which are polluting our rivers. That waste material from factories, then from houses, it is going to the river, and that is making dirty to the river water. Also, so many people, they throw garbage in the rivers. Okay, so many people in the villages, they wash their clothes, they wash their animals in the rivers. Okay, it also leads to river pollution. And we can also see that the idols of God and goddess, they immerse in the rivers. Okay, when we do Ganpati Visarjan, that time we immerse that idol of Ganpati or different goddess or different gods. They are thrown into the rivers. Okay, and household waste material, when waste from the factories, it also dumped into the rivers. Alright, so these all the points, they led to the river pollution. Okay, good. And these different fertilizers or chemical fertilizers we are using in the process of agriculture, they are also getting mixed with the water, and they are also polluting our river water. Okay, the chemical fertilizers which are being used in the process of agriculture, they are also making pollute this water. They are also polluting this river water. Okay student, so today's homework is you have to write different ways in which the river water is getting polluted. You have to write the points or the things which are polluting river water. Okay, I hope you have understood these different areas of journey of a river, then different parts of river and different uses of river, as well as different reasons behind this river pollution. Alright, if you have any doubt, any query, you can ask. We'll see next point in the next session. Till that time,